I think it's safe to say that Justin Herbert is healthy now. If he's not 100% yet, he is somewhere in the neighborhood. He is very, very close to being 100%. And the proof is in the pudding, guys. If you go over and watch the game tape from the Atlanta game this past Sunday, you'll be able to see that Justin Herbert is getting up there. He's getting healthy, and he's looking more like himself. We're going to look at 3 clips, and we're going to look at some of these throws. This is vintage Justin Herbert stuff, so let's get into it. See DeAndre Carter going into motion. Herbert rolls out to his left, makes a ridiculous throw across his body to Josh Palmer. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous stuff. You see it here from the end zone view. Man, this is Justin Herbert when he's at his best. He was not making these throws when he was dealing with the rib injury. He is back to being himself. This next play takes the snap. I mean, just a absolute dart. This was the play that put the Chargers in field goal position to actually win the game. After that crazy Eckler fumble, you see it again from the end zone angle. Steps back and man, just throws an absolute dart. Perfect, right on the money. And then the third and final play, I thought this was probably his best throw of the game. You see Palmer going right up the seam, gets it over the linebacker in front of the safety. It's an absolute dart. He puts it on Palmer. Palmer is a tough catch. He took a pretty big hit on that one, but he got up and flexed afterwards. This was an amazing throw. One of the best throws, I think probably the best throw I've seen all day from Justin Herbert. So those 3 plays indicate that Justin Herbert is, again, he's pretty close to 100%. This is the Herbert that we have not seen for about the past 5 to 6 weeks. Now, he has made some plays during that time, but they haven't been the spectacular plays. His check down was a little more prevalent during those weeks, but he is pushing the ball down the field now, and he looks confident in the pocket. He looks confident within himself, and he's not struggling. He took a few big hits against the Falcons on Sunday. I noticed, pretty much every time after he got hit, the Fox crew, they did a pretty good job of zooming the camera in on Justin Herbert's face to see if there was any wincing or anything. I didn't see any of that. Now, I think it's foolhardy to say that he's fully healed 100%. The injury that he had, it does take a while. People heal at different, paces and stuff. He's a younger, healthy guy. So, I wouldn't be surprised if he's almost healed up all the way. But I think it would just be a little, premature to say that he is 100% healthy. So I don't know if he, decided to take the shot, pregame or not. But he did look like himself. This is the Herbert that we have seen, over the past 2.5 years for the Chargers. This guy looked really good. And, to be honest with you, I am very, very, very optimistic about this game on Sunday against the 49ers. I'm optimistic about this game because I think the Chargers can go into this 49er game pretty much with the same defensive game plan. The second half, stopping the run, it was a lot better than it was in the first half. I thought the Chargers were a little lackadaisical to start the game. I don't want to make excuses, but it was a very early start on the East Coast. Down east, southeast in Georgia. So, it was a 10 a.m. start. Everybody's on the West Coast clock. So it was a 10 a.m. start for the Chargers. But they came out, they got it together. And I think if they go into the Niners game with the same defensive game plan, and if the Chargers are able to keep the game close, keep it a low-scoring game, you don't have the firepower to get into a shootout with the Niners on Sunday Night Football. So I think if the game is close, if it is, sort of a defensive battle of some sorts, then I think the Chargers have a chance, especially with Justin Herbert healthy. If you look at him in the fourth quarter, you look at him, when he is healthy, he's at his best in the fourth quarter. He really does come through in all of the clutch moments where really there's no hope. He will make a throw. He will do the things that you've seen him do in these previous 3 clips that I've shown you. He will do that. He is capable of doing that, and I think the Chargers have a good chance against the Niners on Sunday night. Now, I don't think Herbert needs to have a huge game on Sunday night, but I do think he has to have somewhat of a similar type of performance that he had against the Falcons. Obviously, you want to stay away from the interceptions, even though the interception wasn't his fault. But I do think the Chargers have a very, very good chance, especially on offense, if they're able to convert on third downs. If they're able to run the ball well enough. Just run the ball well enough. They don't have to run it for a bunch of yards, but if they are able to run the ball well enough to show that it's at least a threat, then I think the Chargers can be fine on 3rd and 5. I think they'll be fine on 3rd and 6. They just have to convert, take time off of the clock, shorten the game, and keep Christian McCaffrey, keep Deebo Samuel if he plays, keep George Kittle, keep those Niner weapons off the field. If they're able to do that, shorten this game up, kind of muck it up a little bit, make it an ugly game, I think that they have a real shot of upsetting the 49ers on Sunday Night Football. But, none of it can happen without Justin Herbert being healthy. And I am as encouraged as I've been this season, just watching Herbert play, just watching him get back to who he is as a quarterback, watching him make those tight window throws, making them look easy. And, he is, hopefully going to continue to, parlay this, past Sunday's performance into more, good performances. And hopefully, the Chargers are in, a position to win, right, in the fourth quarter, right? You get to the fourth quarter, if the game is close, 17-13, 20-13, whatever, you're still in a position to win the game. And hopefully that's what the Chargers are able to do on Sunday night. It's going to be a tall task. The Niners are a good team. But Justin Herbert being healthy is the key to everything that is going to happen for the Chargers. Nothing else happens without that. The rib injury in week 2 was a very, very big deal. For the Chargers to be 5-3 right now, it really is ridiculous. I've said this, a couple of times over the past few days, but with everything that has went into it, from injuries to bad play to bad coaching, inactivity at the trade deadline, I'm part of the front office. This has been a year where you can say they have been successful so far. 5-3 is a success with everything that has went on. And now they have a chance to prove it. This is going to be a gauntlet, these next 2 games at San Francisco on Sunday night. The game just got flexed on the 20th, week 11, to Sunday night as well, too, against the Chiefs at home. So this is going to be a tough task for the Chargers, but this is what good teams are made of. They are going to be able to show how good of a team they are, how much veteran leadership they have, and how locked in they are. They have a chance to respond very, 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 very bigly, as the former president would say, a very bigly response from them. They can do that, after week 11. They can end up 7-3 and looking at a real good spot as far as the playoffs and as far as the AFC West is concerned, if they're able to take care of business, though. So again, nothing goes on without Justin Herbert being healthy. Looks like he's healthy right now. Hopefully he's getting healthier as the days go by, and I'm looking forward to seeing him ball out on Sunday night, for the next 2 Sunday nights, actually. So but that's all I got for this video, guys. I just wanted to come on here, share my excitement a little bit, share my optimism, even though things haven't been going well. I'm still a fan, and I still want to see this team have success. And it doesn't matter what the success looks like. The stats are not looking good. I don't care. I don't play fantasy football, so none of that concerns me. I just want this team to have success. And at this point right now, you can say this season has been a success so far with everything that's went on. But again, that's all I got for this one. I will be back again tomorrow with more content. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Really appreciate you guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to hit that like button on the way out as well, too. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.